relationship has been for Tina and I in this business. And I know there have been a few people on my team that were in the market looking for success partners. So hopefully this will be a great informational meeting for you guys to learn more about what we do, what even a success partner is, and how it's helped our businesses and kind of helped us organize our life a little better. And so let me just talk about Tina for just a minute. I mean, I could probably go on all night about her. Those of you that don't know her, you're going to have to get to know her because she's just one of those people that loves everyone and is so super helpful. But she is a mom of 5 kids, and she runs her Beachbody business in addition to all kinds of crazy community service with her church and her everything. I talk to this woman and I have no idea how she juggles everything. It's mind-boggling to me. Whenever I feel like I'm overwhelmed, I talk to her and I'm like, oh, you don't have it so bad. It's kind of funny. I was talking to my husband tonight and I'm like, I have to do an intro for Tina tonight. And he's like, well, just tell him she's Chuck Norris's daughter because he is always looking at her triathlon things on Facebook and he's like, she's a beast. She's an animal. So she is. She's a crazy athlete and kind of like my source for Shakeology questions and information and pretty much anything people related. She is great at building relationships and any questions there. So if you don't know her, you should get to know her. She's a great, great resource.
Thank you, Julie. And this is Julie Vincent. And I just have to tell you how Julie and I met because it's definitely just been a great goodness that's just kind of fallen into our lives, I think. And we actually met through a Push to Diamond group that we were both in. And one of the topics one day was to look at getting a success partner. So, I just said, hey, yeah, I need a success partner. I don't have one. And Julie said that too. And, we kind of were like, okay, good, we're partners. And just kind of didn't do anything for a couple of months. And then just, I just was like, I'm not being a good partner. I'm not a partner to her. So I think it was great to have that happen because it really made me really want to care and get to know Julie and to really be someone that was there to support her. And I knew she was immediately for me too. You'll never meet someone with a kinder heart than Julie, and just so willing to give and to help motivate people. I just am so blessed to have her as a partner. I look at some of the things that she's able to give to our challengers and our groups and to the people that I see her interacting with and her coaches, and it's just really amazing. So Julie currently lives in West Virginia, but she's a hometown girl from Montana and will always have her heart in the West. She has one daughter, Blakely, and her husband, Tyler, currently works out in West Virginia, which is what brought them there, and is a occupational health and safety supervisor there as well. So if you ever need anything creative, you should totally go to Julie because she is the bomb at anything crafty. And if you need an idea for anything, she is money to put that together. So she actually runs a separate business called Blakely's Closet, where she puts together just these cute tutus and skirts and dresses. And I know because I was the recipient of one of them last year for my cute daughter's first Halloween. And, she just is very creative with shirts and just loves motivational sayings. And, she just does so many amazing things with that. So, and one other thing I want to tell you about Julie, she kind of talks about my athleticism. Julie picked up being a runner just this year. She became a runner over the last year and just decided that running was going to be something she wanted to incorporate into her life. Started with a 5K. And, as I continued to see her post her times, I'm like, this girl is fast, So, she is, she's amazing. And it's been really fun to watch her. Now she's a half marathoner, and we're going to plan some big races next year because together we're going to be a team not to be messed with. So she's pretty awesome. So we're excited to bring you this topic tonight and partnership to really show you how having a partner can really enhance your business and your life. And Beachbody, we're a team here. We're not meant to do this alone, and we don't achieve alone. Without great people on our team and great people pushing us to be better, we would never achieve as much as we could in our business. And Julie and I's business isn't tied together from the standpoint that her hitting Success Club doesn't affect me at all, and vice versa. But it's so important to us, and it really helps us to do something great when we're helping each other to get where we want to go. So I'm going to turn the time back over to Julie. We kind of have really broken this topic down into 3 components, and really kind of looking at the principle of what is a success partner, and then looking at practice, like what do you do with a success partner? What does that successful partnership look like? And then the process, some things that we've done and put in place of how we're able to work well together, and the things that we rely on each other for, to give you some ideas of how you can best utilize your partner as well. So anytime you guys have questions, or if you're having any difficulty hearing us or things like that, please use the chat bar. We definitely want to make sure that we're answering your questions as we go through this, and that we're communicating clearly with you as well. So Julie, I'm going to let you take it away.
Thanks. And also, we're having a huge rainstorm here, so if I cut out, just bear with me for a second. So first of all, what is a success partner? And I know all of us in this business hear this term all the time, and I heard it a lot, my first year as a coach, and I kind of thought, why do I need that? I am this independent, strong-minded person, and I can do this all on my own. And so I kind of had that, I don't need a partner kind of attitude, which is completely backwards now that I actually know what I was missing out on. But a success partner is similar to any other accountability partner. We just go over what our goals are. We both know kind of where we're wanting to head in this business, and we keep each other on track. So it's just like a fitness accountability partner, any type of coaching relationship. We just help each other in a miss things. And so that's kind of just a little quick definition on what a success partner is. Why do you need one? Well, for me, now that I have this time to kind of run my business how I want to, it's kind of more time for me also to just say, oh, I'll do it later, I'll do it later, I'll do it later. And what this has brought for me is every week I know I'm going to have a call with Tina, and we talk throughout the week too on other things. But I know I'm going to have to kind of answer to her each week. And so I don't want to answer to her and be like, oh, I didn't do anything late. So for me, it's been really great to keep me accountable and on track in a business where, we set our own deadlines. And so sometimes that can be a little bit overwhelming if, you're not good at your own time management, or that's something you're struggling. So that's been a huge, huge bonus for me. Let's see, what else? Tips on finding a partner. So Tina and I actually really lucked out. She told you how we met, and we just really got kind of pushed together in a group. She needed a partner, I needed a partner, and it just ended up working, which may not always be the case. I suggest that you talk to a few people. If you know of a few people looking for a partner, look for someone that has enough similarities to you. For example, maybe they are at the same pace, they want to progress their business at the same pace. So you don't necessarily want to match someone that is more looking at a hobby versus someone that's really going to make this their full-time business right now. So rank doesn't necessarily, I don't think, matter as much. I wouldn't think you'd want a huge rank difference, just because there's different challenges as you hit different ranks. So I would say a similar rank, but not necessarily the same rank. And then the pace is really important, because Tina and I are in a similar background. We're both moms first, and so we're always trying to balance our schedules around our families and some other things going on in our lives. So you kind of want to also to talk to these people about who they are, find out what makes them work, and you want someone that's a little bit similar background because they'll understand some of the challenges you're facing, like kids, running between sports or different things. We can figure out how to, juggle our schedules. It's nice to have someone that kind of understands where you're coming from. But then the other thing is you want to look for someone that maybe is strong where you're weak. So I am not as much of a people person as Tina is. Like, she is awesome in, reaching out and conversations and things like that. I'm more of like an introvert where it's harder for me to kind of reach out and have some of these conversations. So where I struggle, she's super strong. So you wanna have someone like that that's gonna push you to grow in the areas that you're not as strong. So those are like my top tips on finding a success partner. And don't be afraid. Like, if you talk to someone and it's not clicking and it just doesn't feel right, it's okay. You want to find a good match for you, and you want to also find a good match for them. So nobody's gonna kind of hold you, have hard feelings over, oh, so and so didn't want to be my success partner or whatever. I actually was matched with a success partner before Tina. I don't know if she knows the story, but I had someone before her. And it didn't work out. Like, we were just in completely different places in our life and different paces of our business, and we could never connect. For one, we couldn't find times that both worked for both of us. And so don't be afraid if something's not working to just kind of, move on, but do it, in a nice fashion. And so now Tina's going to talk to you a little bit about, how it all works.
Good. Thank you. So kind of looking at practices. So the first thing is really setting up good communication. How are you going to interact with each other? What does that look like? Because it's important that you have that opportunity to check in with that person on a regular basis. So for us, what we've set up is a weekly call. So at the same time every week, we've set aside 30 to 45 minutes where we can dialogue with each other. And we structure it pretty much the same every week, where we talk about what our goals were from the week before, things that we were able to accomplish, maybe things that we're struggling with. We also use that time to really go over and do some planning. So really looking at our groups and for the coming months, or things that are happening in our current groups and things that we want to put together for our challengers. And we spend that time really kind of creating a good roadmap for where we're going for the coming week, for the coming months, and then looking forward, and thinking ahead too. So really that can be set up however you want to, whether it's a Zoom chat or FaceTime, or, for us it works really well to do it via the phone. There's Messenger and different things. And, like Julie said, we do have that one kind of touch point per week, but we're always communicating back and forth throughout the week on different things and following up on things that we need to do too. So, come up with a form of communication that will work for both of you, and that will help you to do things that are best. And I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about goal setting, because I think that that's a really important thing, and we can definitely give you some tidbits of information with that. To be successful in this business, you've got to be looking forward and thinking forward about the things that you need to accomplish. It's not just coming in every day and saying, okay, well, I'm just going to work, and this is going to work for me. We know that as a minimum expectation, my goal is to hit Success Club 10. Julie's is to hit Success Club 5 every month. So we understand, what we need to do is take that goal and reverse engineer that to the right expectations. So to hit that, how many invites per day do you need to have? How many times a week are you needing to talk to people about coaching to be able to hit your goals and grow your team? What are you doing to help your coaches grow on a daily basis? Did you do your workout? Did you get your Shakeology in? Did you do your personal development? Following the 3 vital behaviors is really what all of that comes down to doing, and we work together to make sure that we're helping each other to do that. So, one thing about a success partner that I think is important is you kind of set goals and set up the processes of how you want to communicate and how you want to work, is to make sure that, you're not just there to be a cheerleader for them. Yes, we want to motivate each other, but, finding a success partner and you guys talking and coming to a good understanding and caring for each other and trusting enough in each other to be able to ask hard questions and to, say, hey, you know what, we've got to buckle down, or, you've got to make this change. And sometimes we both had to do that for each other, where it's just, we know that we need to do more, or we can do more, or, it just creates some balance, because I know that Julie cares for me and she knows that I care for her. And, in doing so, we want each other to be successful. And if we're not pushing each other and we're not willing to hold each other accountable for our goals, that's not going to happen. I wanted to read you a quote that Julie found that I thought was really great. And it says, "Accountability is the glue that ties the commitment to the results." And that's by Bob Proctor. So, we all want to get results. We all want to move forward in our business. But without that accountability piece, it just doesn't work, right? Because you've got to be able to stay committed. Again, just like your fitness goals and things like that, you're in your challenge group. We that's a big piece of our success, is having that support and that accountability somewhere to check in every day. Your success partner is going to be the same way, and you guys can create the systems that are going to work for you to be able to do that best. Another thing that we do is that we're able to really share ideas and practice presenting and practice role-playing with each other. So as we, are trying something new, or putting something out there, or maybe looking at posts, we can be each other's sounding board to see how does that look, and it's really good because, we're different enough that we look at things differently too. And it helps us to be able to get a different set of eyes on something, or maybe have a different perspective, which I think has really helped. I'm kind of a very direct person. And so sometimes I want to charge in there and just be like, come on, you guys, let's get going. And Julie's like, maybe we ought to do it this way. And it's usually a better approach to help people get on board and help us to keep going. And so if you're in my challenge groups, thank Julie, because, she's probably kept you on board longer than I have, because I would just be like, let's go, let's get this done. But it's a balance between each other. And sometimes when we need that hard push, I can be that. And, we can help each other to make sure that we have the best ideas and are having a lot of great ideas that we're brainstorming between the two of us. I think that is all I wanted to cover in that section too. So, very good. Okay, we're going to talk about processes.
So there's like 4 main things we'll talk about here. The 2 I'm going to talk about are sharing your workload, but then a little bit about sharing ideas. And so as far as the workload goes, it's so awesome to have someone else to help with challenge groups. For example, like Tina and I alternate days we post. So instead of having to plan a post every single day, you get, a little bit of break where you're not having to actually do those daily posts. You can just spend the time interacting with the group members. So it takes a little pressure off of us there. But then also as far as the documentation that goes along with that. So challenge group guides, trainings, meal plans, exercise plans, like little things that we add to the challenge groups, we get to also, divvy up that work. And so our challengers are getting, for less work, they're getting double the people for it. And like Tina had just mentioned, we have different approaches. So sometimes challengers need something she can offer more than something I can offer, or one of us has a different perspective, or have done a different program, or had a different experience. So we can offer, more of a broad base to our challengers. So I think that has been so awesome for us. We get less work, but we can provide twice the benefit to our challengers. And then as far as idea sharing goes, there's all these crazy ideas that pop into our heads at all these different times. And so it's awesome to have someone else that's having these ideas too. So if you're kind of going through a slump where maybe you haven't been brainstorming, or your challenge group is kind of, participation has fallen flat, or you're looking for just something new, it's so awesome to have someone else that also is helping to come up with those ideas, because, like she said, we're two different people with two different ways of thinking. So it's just that much added benefit we can offer to challengers, and now to our coaches too. We're starting to do trainings and kind of streamline processes. And instead of having to do that all yourself, you get to have the benefit of a partner and sometimes more people helping you. So it's like win-win-win-win-win situation here.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I mean, we all are so busy in our lives. Having that benefit of somebody to be there to support you and to keep things running. I mean, we've both been able to take vacations and to step away from work and be more present with family and do a lot of things where, in front of the scene, it's very seamless because of what we're able to do and help support each other with as well. So it's been really amazing, not only just from the running it standpoint, but, just to have material and to have things available to us. And like Julie said, systems are a huge part. The better we have systems in place and developed, the easier it is going to be not only for us to be successful, but for all of you and your team and all of those future people that are going to be joining us to be successful too, because they'll have good things in place and systems in place where they can easily go to and duplicate everything that you're doing. So, we've really, as we've grown as coaches, continue to think of things and be ready to take on and implement new systems that we haven't had yet, or things that we're streamlining to, again, just increase the effectiveness of our business, to help our coaches better, to help our challengers better, to get the best of everything that we have to offer to them. And that's what it's all about, is having a great experience, making it easier to accomplish the things that you want to do. If we can do that, people will be very motivated to and very successful and a lot quicker than we can. And that's the goal. I want my coaches, I want all of you, Julie and I want all of you to be successful much quicker than we were, to have to figure it out less and to just be doing more and helping people more, be able to devote more time to just being present and helping people. So having good systems and somebody to help develop those with has been a huge part of that. And then also professional, or your personal development, I guess professional as well. But, one thing that we thought would be a really great idea and we haven't implemented yet, we do share a lot of things that we learn, from listening to different podcasts or webinars or reading different books. We're always able to bring in different things because of what we've done. But what we thought would be really fun to do was each pick a different book or a different program or things that we were working on, and then bring that into our meeting every week to be able to share those things with each other. So we're kind of doubling up, because it's hard to find a ton of time to fit everything that you want to read and develop yourself in that short time. So, a partner, again, can help you to be teaching each other too and learning from each other as you guys are implementing more ideas and new ideas into play as well. So, I'm going to let Julie kind of take some closing thoughts too, but, the one thing that I wanted you to know is that people who are accountable and have more accountability and have a partner that they're working with are more successful in everything that they do. And it's what can really make a big difference to your business, is being able to have somebody to pick you up on those days where you need that pickup. I think it would be easy to just walk away from this sometimes. You get frustrated or overwhelmed and maybe don't quite know what to do or feel like it's okay to keep going. But something that I always know Julie will do for me, and I know I'll always do for her, is I won't let her quit. I won't let her fail, and I will do everything I can to help her be successful, and I know that she'll do that back for me too. And that's a really neat thing to wake up to every morning, is to know that I've got somebody in my corner, and that they're there to make sure that that I'm going to be successful and they'll never let me give up.
I think you nailed it. Who wants a success partner now, right? Tina nailed it. I don't really have anything more to add to what she said, but it is like a big sense of peace and comfort to have somebody in your corner, like your ride or die buddy. They're always there for you, and it's somebody that understands your business better than anyone else, because we have our coaches have sponsored us. We have our spouses and significant others, but they don't understand or quite know our business to the level that our success partner is going to know our business and know us. And so it's like such an awesome partner to have in this business. And it's not even just that, like, we're talking a lot about, partnerships and business and things like that, but, Tina and I will be friends forever, whatever were to happen, neither one of us are going to quit or anything, don't worry. But, whatever may come our way, Tina and I are going to be friends forever just because of the bond that we have created through this business and getting to know each other through this business, our families. I mean, we're intertwined into one another's life. And so, like why do I do this? I'm just going to walk away too much. You have this person that's like your family. You're not going to give up on your family. So it just adds a whole other level of support and accountability that until you have it, you're not going to understand exactly what we're talking about. Because I kind of thought, I can do this all on my own. And trust me, it's so much better and so much more fun with a partner that actually understands. And also maybe like we can have those of you that are looking for a partner, maybe we can communicate and try to help match you guys up. If you're looking for someone, you can just message one of us and we'll pool our resources and see if we can get everybody matched up that wants to be.
Yeah, we definitely want to do that and help you be successful, and maybe can help you just from a standpoint of knowing you guys a little bit more and what your strengths and talents and kind of where your position is in your business and what you want to accomplish to be able to help you with that too. So definitely utilize us as a resource. Be proactive. Post in your team page and our team pages, about what you want to accomplish, and I know that there'll be somebody waiting there for you that really wants that as well. So thank you for being on tonight. We're super excited to share this topic. It really has changed and defined our business for the better and allowed us to continue to keep growing and to achieve a lot of goals, and I know it will for you too, and we're so happy to be here and help you to do it. So if there's any questions, please use the chat, and we'd be happy to answer a couple before we leave, and if not, we'll kind of go from there. Just going to see if I could unmute callers too. I don't know if I can. Okay, good. Well, Melissa, you're welcome, and all of you guys, thank you again for being on, and we will post a recording of this in our team pages so that you guys have that access to that as well, and for people who weren't able to attend tonight. But have a great night, and I just wanted to say, keep working on your goals for September. If you are where you want to be, congratulations. Work hard now towards October. If you're not, don't give up, because I think sometimes we look at time frames and think, well, it's impossible, but September's not over until midnight of tomorrow, and you've still got a lot of time to reconnect, refocus, and re-engage with some people to help them. So if nothing else, it's going to set you up for a great October. So I just, I've thought a lot about that today, and I want to tell you to keep going. No matter where you are and what you're doing, keep going, set yourself up for next month, and keep striving for your goals this month, because it really can happen. I've had that last Success Club point at, minutes before midnight Eastern time, and I know what that feels like, and I know how great it is to get it, and I know how great it isn't to get it, and I've been on both sides of that, but I do know when I've worked as hard as I can and done all the right things, it's paid dividends forward for my business in months to come. So All right, with that, have a great night. Thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.